These individuals had one thing in common. They believed in themselves. They knew they could achieve something beyond their current circumstances. They were willing to invest their time and energy to improve themselves. Acquiring more skills can be remarkable. I'd like to share a couple of short stories from which we might draw some lessons. Let me tell you about two women who each sold their businesses to Berkshire Hathaway for many millions of dollars. Both started with $2,500, coincidentally the same amount. It was all they had. One woman landed in Seattle in 1917 without speaking a word of English. She had a tag around her neck that read, Fort Dodge, Iowa. The Red Cross helped her reach Fort Dodge, where she reunited with her husband who had arrived a few years earlier. For 2 years in Fort Dodge, she felt out of place, unable to learn English. She and her husband decided to move to Omaha in 1919, where they found a small community of Russian Jews. She began to feel more at home, and her oldest daughter, Frances, would teach her the words she learned in school each day. Rose Blumpkin, as she was known, spent 20 years saving money by selling used clothing. She brought over her siblings and parents one at a time. With the $50 she could save, by 1937, after saving for 20 years, she had $2,500. She went to Chicago and bought what furniture she could. Her dream had always been to open a furniture store without any formal education. She started her business with $2,500 and an indomitable spirit. She built a company which she sold to me in 1983 for approximately $60 million. Last year, that business generated $5 billion in revenue. The fourth generation of her family now works in that business. Rose Blumpkin worked for me until she was 103, and then she retired and passed away the following year. Her story is a lesson in not retiring prematurely. Rose couldn't read or write, yet she thrived in the furniture business through sheer determination. She outworked everyone, cared about her customers, and operated with very low margins. Her success wasn't about unique products, but her drive and customer care. I also bought a business from another woman with a similar story of starting with $2,500 and selling for hundreds of millions. Now let me tell you about another small business owner. This person, born in 1922, was 8 years older than I am. We'll call him Jack. He lived in the Midwest, was a decent athlete, but didn't like school. He attended college for a year, dropped out in 1941, and when the U.S. was attacked, he volunteered for the Army, Air Force, but was turned down due to hay fever. He then joined the Navy, served on an aircraft carrier, and earned 2 distinguished flying crosses. Returning to the Midwest at 23 or 24, Jack went through various jobs before becoming a used car salesman at a Cadillac dealership in St. Louis. At 35, he asked his boss to start a car leasing business together. His boss agreed if Jack would cut his salary in half and come up with $25,000, which he borrowed. They started with 7 cars and slow progress. Jack let the phone ring a few times to seem busy, though it was the only call he'd get all day. At 40 with 17 cars, he decided to compete in the rental car business against giants like Hertz and Avis. Despite lacking airport locations, Jack focused on superior customer service. He named his company after the aircraft carrier he served on, the USS Enterprise. When Jack died about a year and a half ago, his company was worth more than all the other rental car companies combined. Jack Taylor's company, Enterprise, started with 17 cars and now surpasses Hertz and Avis in value. His son Andy and a grandchild now run the business. Jack didn't invent anything revolutionary. He simply excelled in customer service. Like Rose Blumpkin, he turned an ordinary business into something extraordinary by focusing on customer delight. I once tried to buy Enterprise, but Jack was wise enough to refuse. The company's value has since quadrupled. Success isn't about getting the best idea first. It's about learning and evolving, understanding your strengths, and providing exceptional customer service. This group here has received valuable education, but a genuine desire to delight customers is crucial. Businesses that delight their customers always succeed. People remember their shopping experience more than the price they paid. A delighted customer always returns, while a disappointed one never does. As small business owners, you must project your values through your team, ensuring they feel valued and fairly treated. Your ability to work well with people and to build a positive culture is vital. Surround yourself with people who are better than you. Your personal and Professional partners should inspire you to improve. Simple rules like these delighting customers, working well with others, and associating with exemplary individuals will take you far. Rose Blumpkin, with no formal education and starting with $2,500, built $1 billion business. Enterprise likely with minimal additional equity also built itself up. I deeply admire this group for their hard work and dedication. The best is yet to come. Thank you.